You are where you are because of the stories you've accepted about yourself, right? Check this, fam. The things you've accepted about you. If you look at your current life situation, you've created these stories about yourself. Through your life experiences, you move a certain way, right? Now, if you're unaware of this, then you won't understand why you are in the current position you are in, right? You will not understand this current position. This position won't make sense. When you look at in all areas of your life, your body, if you look at your health, if you look at your income, if you look at, your environment, the conversations you're having, your relationships, everything, right, is a result of the moves you made up to this point. But where's that come from, right? Where's it come from? You are living the results of your past moves, right? But that also along the way comes with stories. And when I say stories, is these ideas, these conclusions, these opinions, these beliefs that you've accepted about yourself. Hope you guys are following me here. So then you live within this bubble. You live within this and you accept it as truth. If it's not questioned, you accept it as truth, right? So now it's like life becomes almost autopilot. Day by day goes by. You don't understand why you feel the way you do. You start making assumptions and judgments to why you feel the way you do. Your energy levels is a certain way. Your intentions, your moves, your energy, your focus, everything about you. And I'm thinking of different things that I'm thinking about different things about you that you just accepted. Now, as one continues to get older in life, right? As one continues to get older, they accept. And a lot of it it's almost just absolutes, right? It's stamped. People just accept it, thinking that there's no shot. Look around you, right? Think about how many people already just accepted the life that they're living now, right? They just accepted this situation they're in. They just accepted it like this. There's no shot for change. There's nothing else, right? I'm too old. The different justifications. I'm too old, or, people like me don't do that, or they've created and formulated the character that they stay with. They formulated the structure of their life already. It's like, this is how I am. You know me. This is what I have problems with. And it's like, man, does it have to be that way? Do we have to just accept that? Can your life completely change instantly if you wanted to? Yes or no? At this very moment right now, instantly, if you wanted to, can everything change? Does it have to be the way it is now? The answer is no, right? It doesn't have to be the way it is now. But we are creatures of habit. We do have experiences. We do have memory. We do have imagination, right? And all those things create who you are. Which means the results you're getting now makes the most sense. The position you're in right now makes the most sense because of the moves you've made up to this point. Now, that's what bothers people in the current moment, right? When they look at their life, they're like, man, 10 years ago, I did this. 2 years ago, I did that. Oh man, I should have never made that one decision. Oh man, if I did it differently, I would have been in another position in life. Oh man, I wasted too much time in my 20s, in my 30s, in my teens, as a kid, whatever, right? Like people create, like they look back and in the current moment, they wish things were different in the past instead of looking at this current moment and recognize that this current moment's a brand new moment, which means it's a brand new opportunity, which means it doesn't have to be the way it is. You can pick up and make a different move. You can pick up and do something different. There's no set way on how to respond to things. You don't have to respond to things the way you respond to things. If you don't like where you are today, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, then there's something that must be questioned. You must question the stories you tell yourself. You must question the things that you've just accepted. You must look at your environment, the details of your environment, every little detail about you. And once you learn about you, once you see yourself for who you actually are, then your current moment, your current position makes sense. You start to see, wow, I am the problem and I am the solution to this problem. But why wouldn't I not want to take accountability and responsibility? Why would I avoid responsibility? Why would I avoid seeing myself for who I actually am? It's like we'll complain about our current position. We'll complain about how we're not good at certain things. We lack energy. We lack this. And then we do nothing about it. We just accept it. We look for reasons why we should stay the same. We look for reasons why we should stay in the same position. So now you have so many people fighting hard to stay in the same place. Does it have to be that way? No. Can you do whatever you set your mind to? Absolutely. Can you put your mind to something and can you make an adjustment? Can you adapt? Can you? Absolutely. Do you want to? That's the real question. Can you make changes? Absolutely. But the real question is, do you want to, right? And that's all it comes down to. Do you want to? And are you willing to make a change? Look, what is transformation? What is transformation, right? What is true transformation within the foundation of the mind? What is transformation? A complete mutation of the mind, a complete 180. What is mutation? What is transformation? What is this? What is true change? Something must come to an end. Something must come to an end in order for something else to begin. But what is that thing that you're willing to put an end to? A lot of it is habits, patterns, beliefs, environment, people, how you do certain things, the boundaries you've set up for yourself psychologically. Some of you box yourself in. Some of you got so much boundaries that you box yourself in. And then you stay within this stuck place out of fear, right? Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. This person can't say this. Don't say that. Don't say this. So now you limit yourself. With all these stories you tell yourself, all these boundaries you created for yourself, which limits yourself from making any move, from making anything happen, from moving without any fear. You created all these things that limit you from living the life of freedom. You stay within the known so much that you're so afraid of the unknown. You're so afraid to put yourself out there. You're so afraid to put an end to a known or change the known, which would become true transformation. You're afraid to see clearly because with clarity comes responsibility. With clarity comes responsibility. Once you see yourself, now you take ownership, you take control. This is what's difficult for most people, right? Is being clear. Being clear, seeing themselves. Do you have any advice for a heartbreak and moving on? Absolutely. You ready for it? The end is the beginning. The end is the beginning. Now, you can call it a heartbreak, or you can see it as opportunity. You can look at this as the worst thing that can ever happen to you, or you can see it as the best thing that can ever happen to you. When you realize that life is moving on, everything in life moves on. The tree is going to do what the tree does. The person you see across the street right now, if you look out your window, they're going to do what they do. They're going to continue to just keep moving, right? Life itself, the bird that passes by will continue to move on, has its own existence. The sun and the earth is going to continue to turn. The sun comes up, the sun goes down, the earth continues to turn. What happens? Life just keeps going on, and so must we. And if you understand that the future is not here yet, that the past is the actual past, and this moment right now is a brand new opportunity for you, you will see that that's the best thing that can ever happen to you. Why? Because the result was the result for a reason. The result is the result for a reason. Now, to dwell on it instead of learning from it, to feel bad about it, instead of focusing on the new, you're making a big mistake. You're making a big mistake because you're viewing the past as if it's in the present moment. You're viewing yourself as if life is not going to move on, as if you're not going to, in the next 5 to 10 years, possibly just overcome this, because you know you will. What happened in high school when you had that boyfriend? What happened when you was a kid, when you have that when you had that person that you was with? What happened when you thought the worst thing that could ever happened to you 5 years ago and you moved on from that? Life, you will eventually overcome that, so why not do that now? Now, some people would say, yeah, but some people will never overcome that for the next 10 to 15, 20 years. That's because there's people who are not even living in the present moment. They're so focused on the glory days, what happened before, the good old days, that they ignore the present moment. And if you ignore the present, you fear the future and you live in the past. And most people live in the past. They hold on to things. But I'm telling you right now, it's up to you. This is not going to happen on its own. There's no magic trick. There's no secret thing going on here. There's no 5 steps to overcoming a breakup. It's instant. Let me tell you this, understanding that this moment's a brand new opportunity. And what are you going to do with this moment? What are you going to do with this opportunity? This is giving you the opportunity to be a better version of you. And if you take responsibility, you will see, oh, things come to an end for a reason. Things come to an end for a reason. This was the result I got based on who I was, the moves I've made, my intentions, who I was. This did not work out. Fine, cool. Let's work on me. Let's develop a better version of me. Let me learn about myself. Let me go all in on my passion. Let me go all in on developing myself emotionally, financially, my body, my mind, everything about you. Make yourself a better version of you to prepare yourself for something new. See that mindset right there, man? Like, people think it's over. It's not over for you. It's not over for you. Can you imagine it's over? Yeah, it's, oh man, you gotta, you got to the grieving phase, the grieving process, and then everybody has this justification of why it's good to feel sad about something. No, the best thing that you can ever do for yourself is say, woo, I got this result for a reason. I'm in this position for a reason, right? And this is up to me to take responsibility and put myself in position to create something new. Now I'm in the new. There's no point of dwelling on the past. And this is not being, don't have no emotion to it. Don't have any emotion. No, this is saying, dude, for real, this is a brand new moment. This is a brand new opportunity. And in the new, you're thinking about what is old. In the new, you're thinking about what is old, which means you're ignoring the now. And where are you setting yourself up? How are you influencing the future if you're ignoring the present? If you're not taking responsibility, if you're not taking ownership of your life right now, where are you setting yourself up? Like where? Think about it. If you're so consumed with what happened in the past, the glory days, what is the present looking like for you? Because if you ignore the present, you're going to fear the future. Because everything is going to come at you. Life moves on. Everything moves on besides you. Everything is moving on besides you. So many people are psychologically growing, psychologically dying, and you're fighting hard to stay the same. You're allowing life to pass you by. Fam, what you think is the worst thing to ever happen to you is usually the best thing to ever happen to you. Because there is lessons in these failures. There's lessons to be learned. There's gems. There's gold in that. There's always something to learn. And if you learn when something you say, oh, this is the worst thing, and you flip it, you say, yo, how can I learn from this? Yes, it stings. Yes, this hurts. Yes, first of all, let's acknowledge the fact that it hurts because that's what it is. Based on my mentality, based on where I am, based on the position I put myself in, based on how I view the world, based on how I see things, because the world is in my head, this happened, this hurts. Does this hurt for everybody else? Probably not. Can other people see things in a certain way different than you? Absolutely. Because they have different outlook on life, right? It's not a set way. Oh, this happened, you're supposed to be sad. That's not true, right? That's all based on your perception on what's happening, your attachment to something. So it doesn't have to be this way, right? You don't have to react and respond this way. However, let's acknowledge the fact that you do respond this way. Let's acknowledge the fact that it is you that reacts this way and feels this way for whatever reason. So then we take this moment and say, boom, grab this opportunity and say, it doesn't have to be this way. I feel like this right now. Let's acknowledge it, but just understand this is the greatest thing to ever happen to you. And how difficult that is to tell somebody that during a time of struggle or pain, or during a time of difficulty, to tell them that's the greatest thing to ever happen to you, because during times of struggle, you reveal who you really are. Your true character shows during times of adversity. Your true character shows when it's time to make a decision. Your true character shows when it's time, that decision that you know you need to make. Your true self is shown. And when you see yourself, it will punch you dead in the face. Because you'll be like, man, for my entire life, I've been living like this up to this point. I've been seeing the world like this. I've been doing things like this. And I just got revealed. And that's a moment of growth. It's a moment of opportunity. That's a moment where you see yourself. You say, oh shit, that hurt. I see me. I see how I respond to adversity. I see what I do during times of struggle. I see my character. I see how I react to things. I see what I prioritize. I see it. You're like, oh shit, that hurt. It's a punch in the jaw. That hurt. But I guarantee that moment, you start to get smarter. You start to observe. You start to learn. You start to slowly overcome. You start to ask better questions. You start to question yourself. You start to question the moves you make. You start to study yourself a little bit more. You start to become a little bit more interested. You stop accepting what you wish it was and what you hope to be, and you start listening different now. You're like, oh, hold on, let me hear this. Yeah? Oh shit. Because 5 years ago I would have went against that. 10 years ago I would have, not listened to that because you wasn't the person, right? To listen. Maybe some of you right now, you had to go through some shit just to be on this live. You would have never been on this live if you was living the way you was living 5-10 years ago. Maybe, I don't know. Right? Because you'll be so consumed with what you hope to be and what you wish it was and what you think it is, whether you label it good, bad, right, or wrong. But I promise you something, right? You are in this position for a reason. You've gone through things in your life for a reason that led you up to this point. You've made certain decisions that led you up to this point that you're on this live listening to these words. So then now what? Now you see yourself. Now you take this moment of opportunity. You take this moment that's available to you right now. And you recognize that you must take the responsibility. You must take control. You must take ownership. You must understand that every move you make influences the future towards a certain direction. You could sit around and wait for things to happen on its own. You could wait till the universe blesses you with all of its glory. You could sit in the closet and wish for food to just pop up out of nowhere. It's not going to happen, fam. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. You sitting there doing nothing about it. Stay in the closet and wish someone comes in and feeds you. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Right? If you live by yourself, stay in the closet, sit there and wait for food. Someone's going to bring me a plate. No matter how much you think the universe is going to bless you with so much glory and energy, it's not going to happen. Why? Because you must take the responsibility. You must open the closet door, get the fuck out, and go get something to eat. It's you that must go ahead and take ownership. What you allow will continue, and what you settle for, you deserve. This is something most people don't understand, is that they're sitting in the position they're in. They're not taking responsibility. They're not taking accountability. They're not taking control because they want something or someone else to do it for them. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to come and save you. No one's going to come in and say, I got you. I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to do the work that you need to do. No one's going to do that for you. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. It's up to you to put yourself in position for things to happen. It's up to you to put yourself in a place where you understand, wow, it's up to me. And it always will be. I don't know what's happening outside of me. I'm not interested in what's happening outside of me. I don't know. I don't know how you know. Some people claim to know. Yeah, because the way the star goes, when the star goes fast this way like this, that star is giving you the ability to move in a certain way. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't care. All I do know is when I make a move and control how I react and respond to things, things seem to go my way. Because when it doesn't go my way, I still grab the situation and say, okay, how can I make an adjustment for it to go my way? Do we understand that? Something happens. I'm not in control what happens. I don't know. Okay, I influence the future towards a certain direction. Things are happening. It didn't go my way or it went my way. I have control to take the situation and say, okay, how can I adapt and adjust? How can I grab this situation and say, what's the best decision to make? What's the best move to make for me? What's the best move to make? And every decision you make comes with a consequence, right? There's no right or wrong move. There's only consequences. So you make a decision, it comes with a result, and now how you respond to that will determine what happens next. You could sit around and wait. You could sit around and hope. You could sit around and do all those things, but nothing's going to happen until you make it happen. Is this clear? Do we get this? Do we understand? If you look around your situation, look around. Fam, look around. Look around. Take 2 seconds and literally look around. Like, literally do that for real quick. Like, really, just do that. Look around like this. Look at the details of your situation and understand, holy shit, it doesn't really have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. It really doesn't have to be this way. It really doesn't. Now, do you want it to be that way? That's up to you. But it really doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't. Right? Open up your bank account. See the numbers. It doesn't have to be that way. Whether it's good, bad, right, or wrong, it doesn't have to be that way. Look at the people you're around. Look at the people you talk to daily. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do anything. Understand, fam, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. And that's facts. You don't have to do anything. Not that there's a right move or a wrong move. The fact is, there's just consequences to your decisions. So you can do nothing. But what comes with that? What is that consequence when you do nothing? What is that? What result are you going to get if you do nothing? You don't have to do anything. You're not forced to do anything. You're not forced to do anything. You're not forced to do anything. No one's judging you for living the life you're living now. No one's saying you're a winner, you're a loser. No one's saying you're great, you're bad, you suck, you're great. No. Come on. The results, the consequences. You don't have to show up to the gym today. You don't have to make the decisions you know you need to make. You don't have to eat certain foods. You don't have to bet on yourself. You don't have to listen to what I'm saying. You can sit in the closet all day and hope somebody saves you. Go ahead. I actually want to see what happens. Go sit in the closet for the next 365 days. Stay in there and see what happens. Right? Eventually you're going to be like, well, no one's coming to save me. This does not make sense. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So now I got to get out the closet and make moves. right? Like I got to get out, open the door and be like, okay, let me start moving because it doesn't make sense. Now, look, there's no right or wrong way. There's just consequence. So now if you look at your life, you're getting the results you're getting for a reason. The question is why? Why? Right? Why? Why did that disease creep in? Why are your knees starting to hurt? Why are you constantly feeling sluggish, lost, and confused? Why do you feel so tired all the time? Why do you allow your fears to consume your mind? Now, if you're interested, you dive into it. If you're not interested, you ignore it. If you're not interested, you avoid it. If you're not interested, if you judge it once you have this feeling and you're quick to judge it as negative, quick to judge it as bad and evil, quick to judge it, then you're going to avoid it. You're not going to want to see the facts of your situation if you're labeling it negative, positive, bad, wrong, and all this other shit. Let's stop labeling it good or bad, right or wrong. What is the results? You feel the way you do for a reason. You're making the money you make it for a reason. The quality of your relationships are the quality of your relationships for a reason. You feel the way you do for a reason. Now, are you aware enough to understand why? Do you feel bad about it? Don't waste time on that. Do you feel good about it? Don't waste time on that. Look at the result of your past moves. Look at where you are today and recognize that every move you make from here on out is influencing the future towards a certain direction. Take responsibility. We got it? Give me some fire emojis, fam, if you're feeling this. You know me. You know me with the fire emoji, with the rhymes that I spit. Everybody knows that my hey. See, you guys get a rap after the live. You already know. Let me know if you're feeling this, fam. Let me know if you're feeling this live this morning. I want everybody on here who's feeling this live to give me a fire emoji. I want to see who's on here, who's paying attention, who's absorbing the information, who's feeling it, who's letting it hit them, who's going to grab this shit and make moves, who's going to take this information, start moving towards the direction they know they need to go. Or you could just sit in the closet and wait. So most people do. I want to a big loan risk while I'm young. Let's go. You're never too old, man. Just go for it, man. Just fucking go for it. Seriously, just go for it. Just go for it, man. Just go for it. We invest most of our time playing it safe, and then what? Talk to every 80-year-old, 90-year-old, talk to every 70-year-old. They be like, yo, man, what did I do in my life? Played it safe. Everybody, I wish I took more risk. I wish I lived the life a little bit more. I wish I had a little bit more fun. It's like, yeah, because you spend most of your life focused on stupid shit. Oh, I don't want to fail because if I fail, I want to set myself up. It's like, dude, just go for it, man. Just go for it. You have control. Whether you quit or not quit, that's on you. Whether you adapt, you adjust, that's on you. That's whether you learn about something, that's on you. You will always figure it out. It's like so many people are like, I'm so afraid to do this. It's like, why are you so afraid? It's the worst that can happen. It's the worst that can happen. Oh, but what if I lose this, I lose that? You will always figure it out. It's like you're spending most of your time on things that don't actually matter. Spending most of your times on things so meaningless. Sitting down, wanting to do the most secure, safe move, just in case. It's like, dude, what are we doing? What is life about? That's what life is about? You're on this floating rock. You're living in this world, and you're born to just do that? That's it? Let me save up my money for retirement. Let me make sure I do things the right way to make sure we have things. It's like, dude, just go all in. Bet on yourself. Go all in. You fail, it's okay. Holy shit, I lost. Let me adapt. Let me adjust. You will always figure it out when your mind is straight, when you're solid. It's like you will always figure it out. You will always figure it out. When you're solid with yourself, you're aware enough to know that you'll always figure it out. The illusion is thinking that, oh, what if I lose it all? What if I'm in the middle of the street? What if I have none of this? What if I fuck up? It's like, no, man, that's all fake, man. It's fake because you accept that and you think that there's nothing that you can do about it. You think there's nothing that you can do about it. You think that this is just the way it is, huh? This is just the way it is. Fuck it. This is my destiny. All of this is predetermined, right? Oh man, right now, like, I lost all my money, as if you can't just, in today's world, make one decision that would change it all. Come on, man. Some of you guys are just playing it way too... Yes, man. Dipping your toe in the water in everything you do, and then you wonder why there's no real... You wonder why there's no real results. You wonder why there's nothing really going on in your life. You wonder why all the relationships you have are a bit flimsy. You're not all in on anything. Not even on people, not with yourself, not with the things that you do. You're not all in because you created all these psychological boundaries and all these fears and all these things that you got going on in your mind. And you wonder why you don't feel nothing. You wonder why you ain't feeling anything. There's no energy towards anything. There's always all this fear. There's all this fear of, oh, I got to do things like this, or I don't really want to do. It's like, damn, man, like you wonder why people just limit themselves. Like, oh, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What is there to fear? What is there to fear? Fear is an illusion. Fear is what you create based on where you are in this moment in time. It's like you create all these fears and these stories. Why you can't do this, but what if I do this? But what if I do that? It's like, fuck, man, just go for it. Just go. Just go. Just go. The worst thing that can happen is that you got to make an adjustment. That's the worst thing that can happen. I do this. I was unprepared. I got the result I deserve. I've learned. It's inconvenient. It sucks for the moment, but I got control what I do at that very exact moment. It's not this extra shit. But what if? But what It's like, yo, man. Some of you, man, it's weird. It's weird because there's literally nothing to fear. Literally nothing. Make nothing into a big deal. When you're all in, man, when you go in with the intention and you accept the results that come with that intention, with that move, when you accept the result and then you make an adjustment, or you just embrace that result and then you change your perspective on what happened, yo, you went for it. This is the result and that's it. I just understood what fear is an illusion means. I love that. Look at that, huh? Look at that. That's growth right there. There's no set way to react to things. There's no set way to respond to things. You create all these limitations for yourself for no reason. Just go. Go. All the spectators who are watching you just go are going to have an opinion on every move you make and everything you do, and rightfully so, because they're just spectators. They watch people live their life. That's how one becomes a hater. I'm not doing nothing with my life, so I'm going to watch you and then judge you for everything that you're doing. That comes with the game. Comes with the game. This is what people do. People judge others. People have an opinion on what other people are doing. When you're not doing, you see others. I don't see nobody. I don't see what others are doing. I don't see anything. I'm so all in on my shit and everything that I got going around. I don't see nothing else. I don't see anything outside of what I'm doing and the people I'm working with and the people I'm building with. I don't see anything outside of that. It's like, I don't got time for it. Like, come on. I don't know the other person who's doing the same thing as me. I don't know who's better than me. I don't know. I don't care. I'm all in. I'm all in on me. And because I'm all in, I'm making my shit work. Whatever I'm doing, I'm making it work. I don't see nothing else. And that's the problem. Some of you are watching other people, looking at other people, comparing yourself to other people. It's like, I don't see that shit, man. I don't care what anybody else is doing. I want everybody to win. Yo, win. If you're winning, do what you got to do. As long as you're living life with your passion, your purpose, you got everything going on and you're doing what you love to do, go ahead and go for it. Me, I'm doing my shit. I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm not spectating. I'm not watching. I'm not sitting there judging everybody. I'm all in. I'm all in. Are you all in? Are you all in? Because when you're all in, you're consumed with life itself. You're consumed with what you're doing. You're so consumed. You're so invested that you just see what's in front of you. You have idea where you want to go in the future. You're not living in the past. You're not living in the past. You only live in the past when you're just there doing nothing. Yeah, I'm sitting down thinking about what happened. Damn, man, 10 years ago, man, I should have, that girl, I can't believe she said no, man. Fuck, man. She said no to me, man. Like, where would I be if she said yes? Because I saw her on the gram the other day and now she's married. Imagine that should have been me. That is really whack. I'm telling you, fam, there's no reason to do that. You only do that when you are stagnant. And with stagnation, you suffer more in imagination. With stagnation, you suffer more through disease and fantasy rather than actuality. So this is why I'm saying, man, go all in on your shit. Learn. There's nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose. Oh, I'm afraid to do that. Why are you afraid? Why? Why? Oh, what if people say this? Let them talk. What if I fail? Just make an adjustment. You know what I'm saying? What if I lose it all? Then get it all back. Easier said than done. What else are you going to do? So look at the wall, stare at the wall all day, stare at this cup all day and play it safe. I haven't failed yet. I'm not failing. Like, go ahead, stare at this all day and play it safe. But then what? What happens when you stare at this all day? The mind gets dull. You start to get bored. You're like, man, I need to do something with myself. And you start going on the gram. You've seen everybody here live their life. And then you're hating on everybody. Oh, I wish that was me. It's like, yo, dude, you're sitting there staring at a glass. Talking about, I wish that was me. You're sitting there hating on everybody else. Talking about, damn, they're doing things I'm not doing. But you're there sitting like this. Because you're scared to fail. You're scared to do. You're scared to ask. You're scared to go after it. You're scared to do shit. So you're just looking at this shit. Oh, I wish it was me. One day it's going to happen. And then you start formulating your opinions on shit. It's like, man, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Name it. Please just name it. Anthony, but what if this happens? Great. What if it did happen? What if it did? What if I go on live and someone makes fun of me for saying this word a certain way because I grew up a certain... Great. It comes with the game. Yo, what if I do this and I lose all my money? Great. Fuck, man. You made the wrong move, but I guarantee the next time you do it, you're going to be smarter. Guarantee the next time you do it, you're going to be more wiser. Guarantee the next time you do it, you're going to be like, You're going to start making better decisions. Man, what is there to fear, man? I say this and yet, there's people, I don't want people to see my insecurities. Why isn't it insecurity? Why we don't address that? Why do we say that and let that go on? I have all these fears and then life goes on. Oh, I'm insecure about this. And then life goes on for people. They spend most of their life not addressing it, not understanding it. They just, I got this limitation. It's like, man, your limitations and your boundaries and all your fears and all these things that you box yourself in so much that you don't even allow yourself to see any results. You don't even allow yourself to live. You don't even allow yourself to go explore. You don't even allow yourself to just see what happens because you're so limited. Oh, I don't want to do this because this is what I think about. It's like, oh, man, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But just know it doesn't have to be that way. There's no set way. Right now, you could have lived a certain way for the last 10, 15 years of your life. This very moment's a brand new opportunity right now. The next 5 years can be a completely, totally different life. You can look in the mirror right now, but y'all been like this for the last 5 years, but I don't got to be like this moving forward. Like, it's really like that. Yo, you could make a decision to look at yourself. You could really make a decision and say, yo, I'm going to change my body. Literally, right now, I'm going to start with the first apple. I'm going to start with a walk around the block. Yo, I'm going to change my mindset. Starts with your first book, your first journal entry. Yo, I'm going to really start doing this right now. Yo, I'm going to really start, you know what, man? I've been poor. I've been broke for the last 5 years. But you know what, man? Right now, the next 5 years, I'm going to make this move. I'm going to make more money than I ever made in my life. Boom. Start writing things down. Write a plan. How can I learn how to make money? How can I learn how to make moves? It's never over, yo. It's not over. It's really not. But as you get older, the mind gets so conditioned and you just accept. Accept. Why? Because who you are allowed you to roll on to the next day. So then you get consumed by that. Oh, I've been like this for the last 5 years. I can do this for a little longer until it no longer makes sense. But then the mind gets dull. Then the mind, you've accepted all of these fears and these conclusions about life that just limit you from ever actually living. It limits you from living. It's like, man, you can do whatever you set your mind to. It's just you're choosing to be in this position. It's like, why? Why? You don't really have to, man. You don't really have to be in that position. I really enjoy your Instagram posts. Thank you. I love and appreciate you, all of you, for being on here. I just feel like this last 14 minutes of this live, man, just makes me think in a real way how many people just limit themselves out of these. It's just like the world is in your head and you're coming up with all these reasons to why you can't. It's insane. Like you're coming up with all these reasons to why, like it's something else. It's got to be something else. Something else has to come. I got to see the shooting star and the 4-leaf clover before I make a decision. It's like, fuck, man. It really doesn't have to do that. You don't got to do that. You don't got to be around that environment. You could pick up right now and move to anywhere you want to move with the resources that you have now. And you know you can. You act like you can. No, I really can't. No. You just don't know how, but you can. You know you can. Right now, you're like, yo, this place sucks. Look at this. I'm out. And you can bounce. But I'm just giving you that's fact. No matter how invested you are in anything, you can wake up one morning and be like, man, I ain't feeling it. I'm just not feeling this. I'm going to make an adjustment. I'm not doing this. And when you know it's real, you start taking ownership of that. Like, yo, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's how it happens. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of feeling this way. I'm sick and tired of doing it. One day you just wake up, yo, damn, I've been like this for way too long. Let me make a change. Let me make an adjustment. What is there to fear, man? Fuck, man. As I say this, it really means nothing because fear is so strong. Like I say this and it's inspiring for the moment. But when it comes down to making the decision that either changes the known or puts an end to a known, it's so consuming. It's so strong. It's so difficult to make that adjustment for most people. It's like, fuck, man. It's like the stories you've accepted, that it's just a bunch of conclusions. All these boundaries you've created for yourself just limit you from ever going for it. So it's like no matter what is being said, no matter the inspiration for the moment, when it comes down to it, that fear consumes. That fear, damn, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not this. Like, fuck. It really doesn't got to be like that, fam. It doesn't have to be that way. That's not true. That's not true. You just create those stories and then you live within that. But I'm telling you, at this moment, it can all change for you if you wanted to. And that's not even giving you some sort of inspiration, motivational speech or giving you some sort of hope. This is facts. Facts. Like, this is facts. Like, if you want to, you can grab the moment and fucking go a totally different direction. Like, that is facts. All right? Who's loving this right now? Give me some hearts. Give me some heart emojis. Let me start these heart emojis. All love right here. Give me some heart emojis if you are loving this, fam. Hell yeah. I'm just seeing the comments roll in. Everybody look at the comments. Look at the love that's in the comments. Look at the love that's in the comments. I look forward to the mornings because of these lives. All love, all love. I appreciate you for even tuning in. And I'm proud of you too. Proud of you for betting on yourself. All right, family. Yo, listen up. I love you like crazy. I appreciate you. I go live every Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, check out my awareness journal for those who are willing to bet on themselves. A lot of things are coming with that awareness journal. It's only $5 a month. Exclusive content coming soon. A lot of things I'm going to be putting on there. As of right now, it's only the awareness journal, daily awareness, daily inspiration, fam. Go sign up for that. Link is in my bio. I appreciate you. I love you. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace.